Hey buddies, I'm Matt with Bandit Prospecting. Welcome back. So today we're back out on the spot north of where we normally prospect on the river. And the river is down some, so we're able to access more of the gravel bar than we normally would. So we're trying to hit some spots that we wouldn't normally be able to get to. So hopefully we're going to find some gold that's maybe been sitting for a while. All right, I did it. I messed up. So this is my first trip prospecting back out on my normal area ever since I came back from my trip to Colorado. Ever since I came back from my trip to Colorado about a week and a half ago. Start unloading all my gear, loading up the kayak to get up to this spot, and yeah. I unpacked my gold pans and didn't pack them back in the truck. So, how do you prospect without gold pans? So, I guess we're going to find that out today. My plan is to, since the river's low, we're able to access areas we're not able to access most of the time. Since I don't have a gold pan, I'm not able to run some tests. So, I've picked out an area I'm pretty sure will probably be decent. I do have my banjo pan with me, but I am not versed in that banjo pan to be able to run, sample pans in an area. So I did run a test pan in the banjo pan of the area that I think we're going to go dig, and I did find one little speck a little bit deeper, and that's kind of what I figured around this big gravel bar is. The gold is going to be deeper than what we normally would find it at. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and dig material and load it in buckets, get it over to where the high banker is going to be set up, and then we're just going to run it through the high banker there. So it's not ideal, but with the setup and the way things are, I think this will work out good for us today. So, okay, I was just going to show you. This is where I'm digging from. You can see there's a rock sticking up out of the water a little bit. There's more of an obstruction right here. You can see there's another one right over there. I thought about going over there, but I opted to stay here. So what I'm doing is I'm just digging down, getting material out of this area. It's going to be on the back side of that drop off. If you can see, it's a pretty straight shot, and this is where the inside bend starts. It's going to be hard to see from where I'm standing, but it cuts in on that side and then goes out on that side, and you can see there's a bunch of deposits over there from the water coming around. I've tested that. Now I've not gone since I've been over here, since I've been working over here and learned that the gold is deeper over here. I've not yet sampled that area over there deeper to see if it's possibly under all those rocks. So I'm going to keep digging out of here. I'm filling up a bucket, and then I'm taking it over there, and I'm going to fill up that mortar tub there. That's where I'm going to set up the high banker, right by there. And I'll set up the high banker there, get everything set up. I will load, like I said, I have 3 buckets. So I'm going to go ahead and load up that mortar tub and these 3 buckets, and then run all that material through the high banker. With any luck, I'd like to get that done twice today, if I can. It's going to be a lot of work, especially carrying the buckets, but again, for this setup, I know people are going to roast me in the comments. I should have classified, I should have set up a sluice, I should have done, but I'm 300 yards away from the truck, and I can't haul all this material and all this equipment back and forth on the kayak. I don't trust myself enough or my kayak enough to haul all that material back and forth, or the number of trips it would take. So. So there's a spot I was digging right over there, and this is the material I brought back over here by the high banker. She's got the high banker set up and sent a test shovel down there. That's about 4 buckets, not full buckets, but 4 buckets about this full. That one's a little light, that one's a little heavy, so we have about 7 buckets that are about 2/3 of the way full. So we're going to load these through the high banker now, get it set up to run, and see what we get. We got our pump set up over here. Got it a little ways away, as far as I could with this lay flat hose that I have, and so far it's looking pretty good for the one shovel that I sent through. So I'm going to get a drink of water here. I'm going to crank the pump back up, and we're going to run this material through the high banker. Let's take a look at the box here. Can't see anything. I looked at it. We got a pretty good concentration of black sands right in here. A lot of lighter stuff down below here. This mat it's sitting pretty good. It's still getting good clean out. Nothing's really packed in there. You can see a lot of garnets. A lot of heavy stuff. There's I'm not sure what that is right there. Either a rock or a piece of mica. That's just a rock. Let's go ahead and get the buckets and mortar tub loaded up with material again and run through one more round of this. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm getting pretty much as deep as I can get right now in the hole behind that rock buildup there. I'm getting as deep as I can. It's probably not as deep as I was with the dredge, but I'm still getting relatively deep. So this second part, the second load of material, I'm gonna extend I've been kind of digging a trench along the back side of those rocks there, and we're gonna dig there some more, extend that trench a little ways. I'm not sure if I should extend that trench more towards the water flow, or if I should extend it back towards the calmer side of that water. That's interesting. If I had a test pan, I could test that, but I don't. So I think we're going to come back more towards the slack side, extend the trench back this way some, get another load of material and send it through the high banker as well. So that's about the best I can do with the setup right now, without opening up a larger hole. I ended up with about I ended up with about 6 buckets this time instead of about 7. But with the time that I have left and with the hole in the shape that it is, I'm just going to go ahead and call this good. We're going to run this stuff through the high banker and then clean that out, take it home, and where there's a gold pan and see what we found. Oh, here's something kind of cool I found. It's a bottle, part of a bottle. Can you see that? It's almost like there's a lion's head on there. I'm not real sure what that bottle was for. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, buddies, we're back at home a couple days later after we ran the material out at the river. So today we're going to finish up the concentrates that we got from the high banker and going to classify it through a kitchen strainer first and then pan the rest of the concentrates out. It's very unlikely that we find anything plus kitchen strainer size, but you know, removing the extra will help run through the smaller concentrates easier. So here is the plus kitchen strainer size. Again, it's very unlikely that I'm going to find gold this size, but we will go ahead and pan it back just to double check and be sure. This is all of the minus kitchen strainer size, and it's really hard to tell. So I'm sure the camera isn't going to pick it up, but it is amazing to see how red this is from the garnets, the garnet chips. I can see tons of garnets in here, lots of black sand along with lighter sand. There was nothing in the plus kitchen strainer size. I'm sorry, there was one little piece of fly poop in the plus kitchen strainer size. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on the minus kitchen strainer size, and we'll do a couple of spoonfuls. Let's try 3 spoonfuls. Oh, you know what? I wanted to, yeah, let's get I'm going to get the magnet. See if there's any magnetics in here. Oh yeah, there's some. Not a bunch of magnetics though. Yeah, I might go ahead and just try clearing the magnetics first, and then we'll finish panning this. Okay, so there is all the gold. Most of that, I mean, it's all flour gold. There's a couple small flakes, but it's not nearly as good as the clean out I had when I was dredging up there, but then again, I was up there for probably working material at least a good solid 5 hours with some breaks figured in there. But it'll go in the vial for the total weigh out for the year, from what I found at this for what I found at the spot. So that's a wrap on another trip out to our spot out at the river. It would have been nice had I had my gold pan with me, so I could have ran some test pans to make sure I was still on the gold. Didn't do nearly as well as I did the last time I was out there with the dredge, but I'm pretty sure that I ran a lot more material then. Not 100% sure, but I'd like to go back to that area. The reason I moved to that other spot is because the water was lower and gave me an opportunity to get to that spot where normally I might not be able to, or I'd have to work harder under deeper water. So the spot where I ran the dredge, I could get to it relatively easy the other day, but I chose not to because I wanted to sample something else. I did look up that green piece of glass that I found with the white kind of lion logo on it. That was it was a cola called Simba that was put out by Coca-Cola in the 1960s. So that's very interesting to see that from a bottle from the 60s down about a foot and a half deep under about 2 feet of water. So you know it had to have been swept down long ago, and that was definitely thick glass. It was not modern day glass. All right, buddies, I appreciate you joining me again. I always have a lot of fun when I go out playing in the water, prospecting new areas, just getting outdoors, trying new things. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share those times with you guys. So thanks again for coming back. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications so YouTube will let you know next time I post up one of my adventures. Thanks again for joining me. Be safe, and as always, heavy pans.